Hello, Peace Weapon here. So today I have another TESA. This time it's a TX80. In this case, this is the old version of TESA before it was part of ASA Abloy. And so there are some differences between this cylinder and the newer TX80 cylinders. I will show you after I pick it. So it's similar to the T80 cylinder, with the exception that it has an interactive pin here. For the most part it's mostly the same, so it should be more or less the same difficulty as the other. So let's try and pick it. Let's try to pick the opposing pins first. One, and two, and we have a little bit of rotation. Let's see. It's going to bind first. Three. One, two, three, four, five. And there you go. It was pin 2 that was not picked yet. Needed just a little bit more push. Now I'm going to do my best to get this lock. It's not an easy lock to get or to reassemble, but let's try it. Okay, so here's the TX80, the old version of the TX80. The new version is a little bit different. So it is pinned in the same way as the T80 that I showed you earlier. Has these serrated tapered pins. And has these beveled serrated key pins, which are very easy to overset. And some of them have a deeper set serration. And has these two pins similar to those on the T80 with the corresponding drivers, which are very small. And it has this interactive, which is different from the T80. In this case, the interactive part of the key has three parts. Has a part inside the key that is this movable piece here. So when you push from one side, it rises from the other. You can see here. So yeah, and this will make the pin inside the key stick out more than the wording. inside the wording, so higher than the key would possibly let it. And it has two parts inside the lock itself. A bottom part, or top if you are talking about it in this position. Let's speak as if the lock was in its normal position. So it's the top part here. It's a spring-loaded pin that will interact with this section and push the pin inside and making it rise on the other side. And then there's this section, this pin here, that will be lifted and will set this driver that is placed inside the lock over there. So it will set it like that. So it's basically one extra pin that we have to set. The new generation of TX80, the one made after ASA Abloy took over TESA, has a few spools, tapered spools throughout the main stacks, instead of all of these serrated tapered pins. And I don't know how hard it will make the lock, but I suspect not much. It is already tricky enough to pick this one, but it's a very nice lock, and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.